Hello. I'm holding my microphone because I can't find the little clip. I'll find the little clip. But what my question is, are you fearful of speaking God's word? Does it bother you at times whenever you go to speak to somebody you don't really know what to say? Hey everybody, this is Reverend Redneck here, and if you notice, I'm not in the mobile studio today. I'm beginning to transition to living in a house for the first time in 5 years. I'm also going to be more active on my channel, so like this video, subscribe to the channel so you know when I post new content, and share it on your social media platforms if this video blesses you and you believe it will bless others as well. Anyway, so one of the issues believers face today is giving out God's word in public, especially to people we don't know and have not met. There's a real fear of the unknown. I have been a Christian for over 30 years and have had many struggles with not only who to talk to, but what to say. I don't see opening the door to conversation as the issue. Anyone can start a conversation. I don't even think it's about presenting the gospel per se. It's more about what to say after the gospel's been presented. Generally, in my experience, one of the four things will happen. First, agreement. This is a situation where a person is a believer. In this case, I like to find out if they go to church. If they don't, invite them to mine and pray with them. You can talk with them about the Lord. It kind of give you an insight into who they are and if they really are a believer. Knowledge. These people may or may not be born again believers. They may have knowledge of Jesus, but it may not be saving faith. These you want to make sure you get to that gospel presentation, which should be very quick. It should be able to present the gospel in just a few moments, really less than a minute. It's 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. I like to throw in verse 4 and talk about the fact that Jesus was seen alive. Rejection. These people are just not interested. They shut down any hope of conversation about spiritual things. They don't want to talk about it, and they're not aggressive. They're just not going to talk to you about it. And that's just they put that in no uncertain terms. Confrontation. This is one that I believe scares people who want to share the gospel with people. They generally fall into, I'd say, three or four categories. The first of these is aggressive. These are aggressive in speech to you. They attack you with their words. They could also make threats against your person and become physically aggressive with you. I've never had anybody become physically aggressive with me, but then again, I'm 6'2" and over 300 pounds right now, so nobody really messes with me. But if you're not as big a person, or even a teenager, or well, it's these are situations where you really need to maybe step back and make sure that you know what you're doing, because these people can become a different type of person. And then there's the inquisitive type. These are people who are interested to some degree. They ask questions about God and the Bible. The problem with these people is that you never know where they will go. You might be talking about angels one minute, in the early church, the Reformation, or deplorable history of the church in the next. You just never really know where the conversation's headed. It's kind of hard to follow these people because, I mean, they're just all over the place. That you don't even get a chance to respond fully to one question before there's another question even on the table. These people are kind of hard to follow. And then there's the manipulative type. These people are recruiting you in their cultist system. Islam, Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses fit into this category. They aren't interested in what you have to say about the gospel. They want you to come around their way of thinking. It's really it's when they come knocking on your door or start talking to you about whatever their book says. It's usually best to leave these people alone and excuse yourself from them, because no matter what you say, they've been trained in many cases to answer whatever objections that you have to their system. They tell you they believe in the God of the Bible, but what they believe about the humanity and deity of Christ is not accurate. This is the best way to identify a cult. They mostly attack the deity of Christ. They deny that Christ is God. They deny the eternality of Christ and his existence as sonship, and may even deny both. But I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about some of the people in the Bible and what they faced is when they were confronted with giving out God's word. I'm going to talk about Moses. I'm going to talk about Jeremiah, Ezekiel. I'll probably talk about Jesus, and I'll talk about Paul. So keep an eye on this series, and remember, share and like, and we'll see you next time.